discussion about Christianity kind of turning into a Trumpism movement.
Mm-hmm.
And several months ago, when Lauren Boebert had brought up white nationalism and Christian nationalism, I started to equate that with Nazism. So I decided to Google it and see exactly what the definition was. When I did, the first thing that came up were two different sites. One was Choose Truth Over Tribe, and it was talking about 10 signs that you've fallen for Christian nationalism. And it was explaining that Christianity is not Christian nationalism. And it gave me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I see a lot of pushback. The United Church of Christ has been, in the forefront of trying to re-Christianize Christianity, bring Jesus back to Christianity. And the Unitarian Church, the Unitarian Universalist Church, which is not a Christian church, I mean, they don't call themselves Christians, has for years embraced, at least philosophically, pacifism and things like that. And then you've got the non-mainstream churches like, Unity and whatnot that, I think do a pretty good job with Jesus' teachings. I haven't given up on Christianity.
Well, I'm just concerned about why it seems like so many people don't follow the actual tenets of Christianity anymore and then call themselves Christians.
I don't think they're taught.
I mean, they're talking about, division and hatred and racism and bigotry and calling it Christianity. It's so disappointing. And I consider myself agnostic, and I'm upset about it.
When I was a kid, my mom used to take me to church, or my parents used to take me to church. It was my mom pushing it. My dad was an atheist. Although I didn't know that until, the year that he was dying. But looking back. But, the thing that I remember most is my mom was really into Jesus' teachings, and she was the one who introduced me to the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 25. And what surprised me was how many sermons I sat through where Jesus was only kind of peripherally mentioned. How little Jesus was taught. And I went through Sunday school for a couple of years too. And in Sunday school, how often, we were studying the Bible, but we weren't studying the teachings of Jesus. And, and this was the church mostly that I was raised in for most of the time that I was a kid was the Church of the Nazarene, which is kind of a right-wing branch of Christianity. And then my parents moved to the United Methodist Church, which is, very solidly kind of mainstream. But even there, I didn't, my sense of it was that there was not as much Jesus as I would have liked. I mean, I saw him as a philosopher who had, the answer for how people can live together, how we can be with each other in ways that are positive and productive. And, it hurts me. It pains me that so much of Christianity today has been reinvented as basically a power cult, a political cult. I think it's real unfortunate. I don't think it's good for Christianity. I don't think it's good for Christians. It's sad. So anyhow, Sue, thank you so much for the call.